Welcome back, students. So in this session, we will talk about some basic statistics and visual display. So in the previous two sessions, we understood how to enter data, how to create a new data file into SPSS, and also learned about how to find out the composite scores, how to recode the string variables into numeric variables, and some other basic functions of SPSS with data management and transformation. So in this session, we will learn about basic statistics and how to represent our data graphically in a visual way. Let's move. So we will again do analysis with the well-being data, where we had previously computed the composite scores of positive effect and negative effect. So, and another variable is flourishing. We have computed the composite score of flourishing, satisfaction with life, SWL. There are 5 questions. Then TP measures the 10-item personality inventory, which measures the big 5 personality traits. And finally, the grit. Right here, you can see all the composite scores are there. This PA is refers to positive feelings, a positive affect. NA is negative affect, and these are the 2 dimensions of grit. Grit is composed of consistency of interest and perseverance of effort. Right? How far, to what extent you are consistent with your interest, you don't change your interest thing, and how perseverant you are putting effort towards your interest. That together these 2 measures your grit, and these are the 5 personality dimensions, like extraversion, agreeableness. We have computed the composite scores of this: conscientiousness, emotional stability, and openness to experience. And we also have computed the composite scores of satisfaction with life and flourishing. So we will do some basic statistics. The basic statistics can be the statistics in general are of 2 types. One is known as the descriptive statistics. The other one is inferential statistics. In this session, we will talk about the descriptive statistics. What do you mean by descriptive statistics? Descriptive statistics is something which describes our data. It describes our data, and what are the tools we have in under descriptive statistics? All the measures: central tendency, dispersion, range, all right, skewness, kurtosis, and the normality analysis. All these are under the descriptive statistics. So we will look at this in detail. So first we will the descriptive statistic analysis of the socio-demographic information we have of the students, right? So in order to do that, first what we will do, we will go to analyze. So this analyze menu has all the statistical functions we will be using or doing, or you need to do using SPSS, right? So first we'll go to this analyze menu, and once we click on analyze menu, we can click on the descriptive statistics, because our purpose is to do some descriptive statistics. So under descriptive statistics, you can see there are many other functions like frequency function, descriptives function, explore function, crosstalk function, turf analysis, ratio, PP plots, KQ plots, so many. But for the basic statistics like mean, median, mode, range, minimum, maximum, skewness, kurtosis, the first 2, the frequencies and descriptives, are enough. So we will do the frequency first. So click on frequencies. So what are the variables of which you need to find out the frequencies, all right, and other basic statistics? First, we will select age. So why age? Because we want to know what is the minimum age, what is the maximum age, what is the average of age of these 500 students, right? What is the standard deviation of this data? Then gender. In gender, what basic statistics we are interested in? In gender, we want to know how many students are male and how many students are female. So for that reason, we will select gender variable. Then third, locality. How many belong to urban areas, how many rural areas, and how many semi-urban areas. So in caste, how many SCs, how many ST students are there, and how many general students are there, and how OBC students are there. Religion, same. Years of study, what is the minimum average age of minimum and maximum years of study, or what is the average years of study students have undergone till this time. Then annual income of their family, what is the average income, what is the highest income of any student, what is the lowest income of any student, right? Then CGPA. So for this, all socio-demographic variables, we'll be finding some basic statistics. So once you have selected all the variables here in the variable box, then go to statistics, right? So in the statistics box, you can find out the central tendency portion here. So in the central tendency, what are the things you want? You want mean, click mean. You want median, click median. You want mode. Hope you understand the basic concepts of this as a sub-central tendencies, right? Then sum. Then we can, among the dispersion, we can select on standard deviation, variance. Standard deviation is the square root of variance, right? Range is the difference of the highest and the lowest value in that particular variable. Then minimum, the lowest value, maximum, the highest value, right? Then skewness, kurtosis, that is a distribution related information. Okay, so we'll select this much and click on continue, and then we can click on OK. All right. Yes. So we got many tables. The first table is a summary, provides a summary of all the tables. Okay, here you can see that the first row shows valid number of cases. That is, n is the sample size. The valid number of sample size is 500 for age is complete, gender is complete. But when you see others are complete except locality. So what is the problem with this locality? You can see that the missing value is 35. So 35 students have not included their information related to their locality, right? They have it was a hard survey. They were provided hard copy questionnaires, so they didn't fill it, so nothing can be done. So if we need a locality to be analyzed for some other higher statistical analysis, we have to remove this 35 students from the data, or else if we don't need that, that is okay, and we can go ahead with the basic analysis. All right. Then the third row, mean. It gives the mean of all the variables we have selected. So the mean age is 21.71, right? Gender has no meaning because it has only two value. It gives, right? So SPSS has the disadvantage is that you select the variables and just click some buttons. It will give you some results, but that result may not have any meaning, because the GIGO concept is also applicable here. GIGO means garbage in and garbage out. So if you put some variable without understanding the concepts, without understanding your objective, without understanding why you are doing this study, then it will give you some result, but that result is not interpretable. So we cannot explain the meaning of the mean of gender, because gender has only two values. Either one is male, two is female. So 0.32 mean is of no use to us, right? Then locality, again, it's a string variable. Meaning is not useful. Caste, meaning is not useful, right? Religion, meaning is not useful. Years of study, it is a ratio scale. Data is in ratio scale, so the mean is useful to us. 14.95, almost 15 years. All the students have spent in schools and colleges on their education, right? Annual income is 5,69,000, the average annual income of 500 students. Then CGPA is 7.5152 is the average CGPA. Median is there, mode is there. Mode is the most frequent data point. Standard deviation is there, right? Variance is there. Skewness is there. Mostly these are positives. skewed. This is negatively skewed. These are negative sign is there. So negatively skewed. And kurtosis also issue here. It has to skewness in kurtosis has to be less than 3. So this is a kurtosis is a problem in case of religion. The religion data is not normally distributed. Annual income is also not normally distributed, and CGPA is not normally distributed. Range is the difference between maximum value and minimum value, right? 29, 17 is 12, like this. Minimum maximum range is there, and sum of all the values is this. Okay, next we will move to the frequency table. So frequency, here we can find the lowest age is 17, minimum age is 17, the maximum age is 29, and these are the frequency of different aged students. Gender, 339 are male, 161 are female. Locality, 33 students belong to rural areas, 101 belong to semi-urban areas, and 328 belong to urban areas, and 4 was there. 4 means others. So 3 people belong to others, neither urban nor semi-urban or rural, right? Then caste, you can see the frequency and the percentage and the cumulative percentage, right? Religion, like this. Years of study, you can see the frequency and percentage. Okay, and then CGPA. The lowest CGPA is 2, highest CGPA is 9.97. Okay, so these are the basic statistics we can compute for any variable we want to in our data. Suppose you want to know the basic statistics of positive effect and negative effect. What is the mean positive effect, positive emotion of students? So to analyze, go to descriptive statistics, just reset it and select positive effect. Okay, then select negative effect. You can select mean, median, mode, sum, standard deviation, variance, minimum, maximum. Click continue. Whatever you need that you can do. Then click on OK. You'll find the compare the positive effect and negative effect values. You can see that people are on an average more positive than negative, right? Because the mean of negative effect is 2.2829, but the mean of positive effect is 3.66, right? So on an average, you can say that, or you can be sure that students were more positive than they were negative. All right. So this was the mode 3.83. So on an average, 3.83 for maximum people, the positive effect score was 3.83, and for maximum people, the negative effect score was 2.33. All right, the minimum. There were students who were highly positive, and there are students where the negative minimum positive effect score is 1.67, and minimum negative effect score is 1. Okay. Similarly, you have the frequency table for this variable. Okay. Next important statistics here in the basic statistic category is we will find some correlation. Suppose we are interested to know what happens when someone is positive, what happens to his flourishing, or what happens to his satisfaction with life, or what happens to his consistency of interest. Is there any correlation? So we will just check. First we will check what is the correlation between positive emotion and negative emotion, or positive effect or negative effect. So we'll do this by going to analyze, then we'll come to correlate, right? The correlate, you can see different types of correlate, but we will select on select bivariate correlation. So click on that, then put the two variables of interest. Those are positive effect and negative effect. So with common sense, we can say that positive effect and negative effect will be negatively related. Yes or no? Will be negatively related. When positive, if someone is positive, his or her negative feeling or emotion will go down, right? So after putting the variables here, then we have to select which type of correlation coefficient we want, whether we want Pearson correlation or Spearman correlation. Spearman correlation is otherwise known as the rank order correlation. Otherwise, we also have Kendall's tau. That is another form of correlation coefficient. So we are more interested in Pearson correlation, and test of significance can be selected two-tailed, and you must understand, check that this is always checked in, then click OK. So you can see here this table, the correlation table. The correlation of positive effect with positive effect is 1, because this is perfect correlation. So that is not our concern. That is always there, but you must understand that the correlation of a variable with the same variable is 1. But the correlation of positive effect with negative effect is negative 0.608, which is significant at 0.001 level. Because SPSS has a limitation, it cannot give you values beyond 3 decimal point, right? So it has given 001, but somewhere it would be 00001. So when you interpret it or when you write it as 0.001. So the note is here that add 2 star if the correlation is significant at 0.01. So here the correlation is significant at 0.001. So here, whenever we take this value to the Word file or to the report we are preparing, or to the table we are adding in the report, we will add 1 more star because this is significant at 0.001. Add, SPSS is saying add 2 stars if it is significant at 0.01. Add 1 star if it is significant at 0.05, and add 3 stars if it is significant at 0.001, right? So here there is high negative correlation between positive effect and negative effect. It is quite common. Once the positive effect increases of any person or any student, the negative effect is bound to reduce. Okay, so this is correlation. So this is a bivariate correlation between two variables. Suppose we want to find out the correlation of more than 2 variables. So what we'll do, the procedure is same. So you can also go to the analyze menu from here, from the output. Yeah, one more thing I forgot to tell you, you can also save this output. So we have done many analysis, right, starting from the basic statistics, frequencies, and correlation. So what we can do, we can save this output to this blue button, click here, and go to desktop, right here, go to desktop, then SPSS video, and output 1. So this output will saved with the extension of .spv. All right, so click on save. Output 1 will be saved. Just go to the folder, just check whether the output 1 has been saved or not. Yes, the output 1 has been saved just now, 12:29. Right, so this can be used later on whenever you want to refer some analysis, some earlier analysis. Okay, so that can be done. Now what we were doing, we are doing a correlation. So this time we will do correlation with or among more variables. So we can put all the variables now, satisfaction with life and fluorescing. So we want to know the correlation, intercorrelation among these 4 variables, right? And yes, grit also we can take consistency of interest and perseverance of effort. So we will click OK. So now see. So positive effect has negative correlation with negative effect. Positive effect has positive significant correlation with satisfaction with life. If one person is positive in his life, he will be more satisfied with his life, right? This is 0.439. It is significant at 0.001. So whenever you write it, this table in your report, just add 1 more star here, because it says add 1 star when it is significant or the result is just below 0.05. Add 2 star when the result is below 0.01, and you have to add 3 star when the result is below 0.001. Okay, so here also you have to add 1 more star. So positive effect is positively and significantly correlated with flourishing. If we are positive, we have positive emotions, positive feeling, we will flourish in our life. This way you can conclude, right? So then consistency of interest, if you are positive, there is negative correlation between positive consistency of interest. I don't know how it is coming, but yeah, this is the result. And if you are positive, you will put more perseverant effort to do your job, right? So there is significant positive relationship with positive effect. Similarly, it will give you the same values in 2 diagonal portions, right? The same value is here, -608, -608. So whenever you report this, you don't have to copy the table as it is. You have to create a table and just these values are required. These values are required, not all the values are required. Okay, these values are required. All right, so here you can see there is no correlation between consistency of interest with perseverance of effort, because the correlation coefficient is -0.007, and this is not significant. This has to be less than 0.05 in order to be considered as significant. This is not less than 0.05. So this is not significant. So you can conclude that there is no significant relationship between consistency of interest and perseverance of effort. This is Pearson correlation. Similarly, you can go to analyze, go to correlate, bivariate, and select Spearman instead of Pearson. Okay, then click OK. Then here you can find Spearman's row. Spearman. Pearson's correlation is known as students' product movement correlation, or Pearson's product movement correlation, or student correlation. Here this is known as Pearson's row. This is the rank order correlation. Here you will find earlier the Pearson correlation between positive effect and negative effect was -0.602. But here the Spearman correlation is something different. It is -0.538. So why this difference? The difference is due to the fact that Pearson correlation find out the correlation of exact values, actual values. But Spearman rank order correlation, it find out the correlation between the ranks, not the actual values, but the ranks. That's why there is a difference in the correlation coefficient value. Okay. Then we will do some other statistical analysis, like yes, right. For example, if you want to know, right, how many students are there who are male and who belong to which category, right? Which caste or category, right? So this is not caste, category. Category. Right? Category. Which students belong to which category, and which student belong to which religion. This kind of table you want to know. How many female belong to SC category? How many male belong to SC category? So in order to know this kind of information, what you can do, you can go to analyze, right? Go to descriptive statistics, go to cross tabs, right? Go to cross tab and select, select gender as a column, category as a row, gender as a column and category as a row, then click OK. Now see what table is come. So we selected gender as a column. Column 1 is gender, male. Column 2 is female, and category on the rows. So SC, ST, OBC, and general. So here this table gives you the cross tab of category and gender, right? Cross tabulation. So 30 male students belong to SC category, 15 male students belong to SC category. In total, there are 45 students who belong to SC category, like this ST, 37 total, 19 male, 18 female. OBC, 98 total, 75 male, 23 female. General, 320 total, 215 general, 105 male, 105 female. This is a cross tabulation. So you have to decide what is your requirement, and accordingly you can do the analysis. Suppose you want to know religion wise, right? Religion wise, male and female student distribution. You can select a religion on the row and column as gender same. So yes, male, female, Hindu, 427, 290 are male, 137 are Islam, 16, Christianity, 18, 13, others, 15, 7. So this is the cross tabulation of two different variables in just one table. All right. So I think this is all for this basic statistics. Yeah, visual display is left. So how to do some of the simple graphs I will tell you here. Go to analyze, go to descriptive statistic, click on frequency. Suppose you want to know the graphic presentation of gender, locality, category, and religion. Okay. So what you can do go to, instead of going to these are not required, right? So we have already done this, so this is not required. We only find out the okay. So we'll only find out the charts. So what kind of chart we can be best fit for this kind of variable? It can be pie chart, right? So pie chart, the pie chart, what we want? Do we want frequency or we want percent? We can click both, not both, one at a time. So percentage, suppose we have selected, click on continue and click OK. So chart is coming. So pie chart of gender has come. Red represents the female students, blue represents the male students. Similarly, locality, right? Rural, urban, semi-urban, and for something other that has not been included. Okay, category SC, ST, OBC, and general. OBC is general is a major portion. Then OBC, then SC, then ST, then religion. Like this, we have. So you can also edit this graph by just double clicking on it. Double click it. The graph chart editor will appear. So here you can change the color, right? Change the color, change the orientation. Double click here. Chart categories, fill and border, right? So you can change the color as per your choice. Okay, like this. And you can also make visible how many percentage, right, are male and how many are female. So click here, right? So we selected percentage while doing the analysis. So we selected here, that is 67.80 are male and 32.20 are female. Then we can close this and it will be there in the output table. You can select again the output table, save the output table. Okay, so this is saved in that output one is .spv file. So you can copy this and paste it in your Word document or in your Excel, wherever you want, or in your PPT. You can copy and take it and paste there. Okay, similarly, everything can be edited. All the charts can be edited, right? So click this data label mode, right? Just click on the color pies, right? So it shows the proportions, the percentage. 70.54 are belong to urban, like this. Really, you can edit any chart, right? So we'll see what other charts are there available. Go to descriptive statistics, frequencies, and charts. Suppose bar chart is right. This time we'll show it with frequencies. Okay, click OK. Yes. So this is the frequency on this axis, and this axis we have male and female, right? So you can again double click here and the chart editor will open. You can click exact number here, because here the exact number is not visible. So if you do this, you can see the exact number on the bar itself, right? 339 are male, 161 are rural, urban, semi-urban, and SC, ST, OBC, and general, right? Hindu, Islam, Christianity, and others. Okay. So if you want to know if you want to do a normal distribution curve, that also you can do. Go to frequency, go to chart, and click on histogram. And once the histogram, this line will become active, and you can click it. So normal curve on histogram, right? So then click continue, and you can find the click OK, and you can find a normal distribution curve on the bar diagram. Right? So the mean, standard deviation, sample size is there. Okay. This looks so none of the data. This is skewed right to the right. Is skewed to the left. None of the variables are normal here. Okay. This is also skewed to the left. Okay. So this is all about basic statistics and visual display. We'll see you in the next session, and in that session we will talk about other hypothesis testing or mean difference test like t-test, ANOVA, and we'll also deal with regression and reliability analysis.